for children starting to put it together, that they need to be looking at the picture, checking that beginning sound, even predicting words to begin with. What could that be? What could that tricky word be? Look at the picture, then look at that beginning sound. Harley.
Okay, so this may sound really silly, but that's a beautiful lesson, and I'd love all of mine to look that way, and I feel like I can absolutely do that given a little more time.
Yeah.
Is it really possible to do all three of those and all of those wonderful things you just did, and turn to talk to a partner, all of that in 10 minutes?
Plus the poems and the workbook.
Yeah, plus all that stuff.
15. You have actually 15.
You guys feel that way too, or is it just
Yeah,
me?
I was gonna ask that.
That's very valid, Carly. It really is.
So we have 10.
The thing is we're stopping and talking to you.
Right.
Okay?
And
You're just going to keep
Right.
this moving.
I feel like even without the stopping and talking, that would have been
Yeah.
at least 10 minutes all by itself.
Right.
So
That's
might
where
be
I'm
this in.
stuck in the
So
classroom.
add another
Yeah.
5 to get all of this in. You're going to move through the other things back. ABC
It's not a
chart
very long book.
should be just like a minute.
I don't think.
Yeah, but they're not all that
What she's
short
going to
though.
do, these each
They're not
should
all
just
that
be a
short.
minute. It's going to be really short.
short
It's
one.
not going to be a long lesson.
That's where I'm stuck too.
Yes,
Yeah.
time is a factor, and we're going to
I
tell
said,
you
but
right
all
up
of them
front.
aren't that short.
The core was written for all day, and you have half a day.
Okay.
So
I just
just
thought maybe
do
I was
the
doing
best you
something
can.
wrong because
Core
I'm
was
trying
written
to
for all
do
day.
that and it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you
But it
may
just
want
the
to
only
say,
state
and
that-
only do the first part one day,
Okay.
and
just
then
core.
the
Okay.
next
Okay,
day.
so we don't do it
all
Kind of
in
what
one
you've
day
done might be appropriate if they've been exposed to each thing and then go back and remember and then how they.
Okay, however, no. Because you have 1 week to teach self-monitoring. Stop at the tricky part. Check the picture against the beginning sound. Using meaning cues. You have 1 week to teach that. So you can break your lesson into two different parts. However, I want to make sure that I have plenty of time to model this before I turn it over for kids to take it on. Okay? So you're going to want to make sure that you have enough time to model before kids are helping you take it on. So that's a part that you need to think through as well. Does that make sense? So you can do some of it today, some of it tomorrow, and then you're going to model a little bit faster on Wednesday, and start involving kids maybe Thursday or Friday. Okay? Yeah.
I've noticed that as I'm doing these and not knowing if they're getting anything out of it, in the morning for their self-start when they just have regular books, I can see them attempting these things. And a couple of my kids even asked the librarian, can we do a picture walk first? And so it made me feel better. But they really are getting that. And so
They
I'm
are.
thinking I can point out the words for them to look at in their self-start, and that's 5-10 minutes, you know what I mean? Seems like even my low ones are attempting, and that's nice.
Okay,
So,
so good comment. Another thing too is next week this is going to be in my shared practice lesson. So that is where I'm going to start releasing some more of the responsibility. This week is model. So I can take a day to do this part, take a day to do that part, whatever. Okay? Next week it starts going into my shared practice.
However, you haven't learned
You
that.
haven't learned that
I
yet.
was gonna say, I was like, I don't know.
That's why I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
So, you know what, guys? This is what I'm going to tell you. Do the best you can.
That's what I'd say.
And don't stress over
the little things.
the little
If your
things.
picture walk has to be big faster than Amy's, that's where I'd move it a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay? Move through that picture walk. You probably don't have as much time to
You don't
spend
have to
with
say something on every page.
Okay.
Another thing, you need to have at least three examples in a book.
Getting that one in. Yep. So don't do it on every page. Okay.
So you don't need to have an example on every single page of stop at the tricky part, check the picture, and say the beginning sound. You just need to have about 3 examples.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
That helps.
Yes.
So Carly, just repeat that to what you said. Move through this a little faster. Amy was trying to slow down so you could see every piece.
I know,
Yeah.
and that was lovely, and
I've
I wish
seen-
I could do that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that in a normal day, I'm used to teaching full day, so this 2.5 hours or
It's
2
hard.
we have,
It
I'm
is.
trying to figure out how do you really go
Yeah.
as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Every single
And you know,
second.
I know, it feels like our pacing is just go, 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 and it
And
really
if you
is.
didn't get it, oh well, we're moving on.
Yeah.
But you're gonna go back and review it.
And part of
though.
being a good teacher, though, is if they really have not gotten it, can I spend a couple of days next week and I have to slow down that curriculum map a little bit? Oh, yeah, I
Well,
can.
that might be something that a specific group needs attention in their guided reading.
But I really have seen lessons, they're really fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, within 10 minutes,
The
really,
hard
it
thing
will
about
happen.
this one, and I even came this morning and I said, Shauna, I'm worried about this one, so I changed it to this one, because we had another one planned. But I changed it to this one, because there are 3 strategies that you're teaching this week. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a big one. But I wanted you guys to see that process to it, okay?
And every week is not 3.
Yeah.
That's why she chose this one.
Okay.
So that
So
should help
not
too.
every week is that hard. And then I think we gave in like one-to-one matching with return speed. That one you can do easily in 10 minutes. But this one, because of those are 3 hard strategies all packed together.
And that doesn't mean that you can't bring it in again next week, you know, into your lesson. You want to focus on your lesson, but as you start to interact, you can definitely bring those things back in and
And I was
spiral
just saying
around.
that my kids started today asking me about when I touch the words and why I do that, and I said, well, let's talk about one-to-one matching. They asked for it, and that wasn't what was on my lesson, but
They're ready for it.
Perfect. That's two.
And you know what? A map is a map, and I'm just gonna say this, you are the teacher, you have teacher sense. This is to guide us. It's not that we have to follow it exactly if our classes need something different. So you are just great. Ready?
Okay, so some of you don't have access to a lot of big books, okay? So I just wanted to show you, you can go into your guided reading library, find a book, and do it right out of the Elmo in the same way, okay?
And I'll go check.
So I don't know if you can see this
We do
or not,
that?
but I have dog covered in this book. You would follow the same process, except you're just doing a small guided reading book under the Elmo. Okay?
That's a good idea.
Good paper, be a parakeet.
You can't read
The hard thing is about this, that you want to find books that have examples. We can call this a bird, we can call this a parakeet, but we cannot call this a dog. So you have to think of other examples of what this could be that are correct too. And that's what's tricky, okay? I had to get through a couple of books before I found this one, before I could go with it. But don't hesitate to use a guided reading book. This is a level A guided reading book. Pull them out, use them. Fine. Okay? So hopefully that helps.
we just share always you said that because sometimes it's
Yes.
my brain is done.
What did that
I just mean, I wish we only had to think of like
to
one.
Becca like she is to me. I don't offer her as much.
all by itself?
This relationship is not 50-50.
Maybe 50 more.
I am
I'm
gonna
just
stop by myself.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Too good.
New technology, even for us. Okay, then I'm going to read a theme poem. That's my next thing, okay?
Step 3. This really is the meat, so it's the longest part.
These
are
will go
pretty
fast, okay? What I'm going to do, my theme poem is Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. I could sing the alphabet song. I could read another alphabet type poem, okay? Or this one is a pocket chart, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. So I just read Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Will there be enough room? Skip scat scoodle doo. Flip flop fleet. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. And then really quickly I can say N. You can find an N that looks just like this, making it interactive. Stick it right there. You can find it. Over, around, up, down, D. Here we go. You find a D. Or maybe I want them right there's a lowercase a. Where would this one go? Okay, this is a capital A. So it would go right there. Then that can go into my foundation's center because it's a little more interactive. Do you have to do something like that?
Which number is
No.
This is
So
number
this is right
3.
here.
This is your applied phonics concept. Isn't that what you're doing? Are you applying?
No, I'm right here. I'm at theme phone. My theme for the week is chicka chicka boom boom. Okay, I finished all my
Okay, but
lessons.
I'm going to tell you why I think it's this too. Can I tell you why? Because what have you been working on? Letter ID.
Could be.
And aren't you matching letters to letter and finding that letter? Looking for those features? Yeah, it's here. I promise, Amy, it's here.
Well, that is phonics. But my phonics focus this week is rhyming. Okay? So my phonics poem this week, so I could have a poem like this, and I'm not going to read it. And then I have my highlighter tape, and I'm going to see if kids can find the rhyming words real quick. And we're going to highlight them really quick. Okay? This is the phonics poem. Then I'm going to read, and you just pick one. I just brought lots of examples. Okay? So you can do that one, or you can do something like this. Find the words that rhyme, highlight it. 5 little dots. Or, in phonics, today I taught this lesson right over here. So tomorrow, because I'm still doing rhyming, I'm going to sing this song with my kids, and we're going to plug in a couple of rhyming words. After I laminate that, then I can just write in a couple of rhyming words, and we're just going to sing it 1 or 2 times through. Okay? Or, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump all over the candlestick. Which 2 words rhyme? Really quick.
So if you pick, so say you're doing rhyming, can you do that? Did you ever see whatever. Would you do that same one all week?
You could.
You could. Okay. And then would you use for number 3, read 1 or 2 theme poems, would you do that chicka chicka the whole week? You could. Okay. If you're like first year and you don't have anything and
It depends on
that's
what you
okay?
want to do with it. Depends
Okay.
on what kinds of things do you want to focus.
What was the question?
You know?
Just
Can
say-
you just use
yeah.
the same things all week? Can you?
Sure.
Yes. Is there anything wrong with it? No.
Okay.
Okay?
Do
Because
kids like familiar things?
the thing that's important is kids understanding how something that they're learning fits into text. Does that make sense? Okay? So this is going to be like read 1 or 2 theme poems. This is going to even include like when you get to animals. You're going to talk about like your nonfiction. This is a way to bring your nonfiction in. Or bringing in a nonfiction book. So it's another way to teach that content
Right.
standard.
Yeah.
Okay? Because we cannot forget about this content. So, these poems, you guys are like, whoo, on the poems. In the phonics book, all the poems come in a little book called Sing a Song of Poetry. I opened up that book and I about died. Because the poems are like this big. So what I did was I went through that whole book and I've retyped all of the poems. I can email them all to you, and then you can decide, you can take them and you can blow them up. But all that work has been done for you, okay?
Do we have
I know, I was like, you got
And then the theme poems, we're giving you poems. So use those that we're
You
giving
don't
you.
have to create any of them on your own.
She already did.
Yeah, she typed them up. She's going to send it to us.
Because I
Right.
honestly don't know. But the
I was like,
district
it was up,
has
and you're like-
figured you need to use local copy place.
You can even order 11 by
Like, what are you
17
doing?
paper from the warehouse and make them on your school copy
Your
machine.
school copier will make them 11 by 17. Ours does here just down the hall. So just ask your secretary to
What?
take him.
We can order 11 by 17 paper and copy them off in bigger paper. Okay, I'm going to write that down.
Does that cost us money or that open stock? Better be freaking open stock.
Yes.
the district, so.
They might have some.
If you want them this size, if you want them bigger,
That's the size I wanted it, but they sent me this one.